What's up, guys? Oh my gosh, I made it. If you can just say what's up in the chat, we'll get started here shortly. I'm gonna be honest, I was still logged into my personal account, not Power Life, and I was sitting there like, why is only one person here? And I'm fine to do a private class, but oh my gosh, you know what? Good morning. That's all I can say. We're still gonna get the goodness of yoga in. Again, real quick, we'll get started just shortly, but if you can throw a hey, what's up? Hello in the chat. So I know who we're flowing with. What's up, Kelsey? I almost called you. I almost did, but Michelle came to the rescue. All right, I threw in the chat. Good morning, Mom. You can see the playlist right there if you're wanting to do that. Otherwise, flow with your own music. I'll just give it another minute or two, and we will get started. I'm by myself today. Corbin is serving the great people at work. He's a pharmacist, so he's doing the good work right now, but we're gonna get through this together. We're gonna flow. What's up, Cindy from Florida? I hope Elizabeth is with you as well. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm gonna test this real quick, but since I'm flowing, I want you to be able to hear me. And if someone can just give me a clear thing, can you still hear me back here? I'm trying to use an AirPod, but historically they have not worked for me. So if you're still getting great audio output, if someone could just let me know. Otherwise, I'll just shout the whole class because I have no idea. We'll also there we go. Thanks, Mom. All right, we'll go ahead and get started here. So if you want to just come to child's pose, will be great. Thanks, Kelsey. Come to child's pose on your mat and just begin to settle in. I'll do the same. Good morning, Blake. Glad you're back at it. And from Minnesota, thank you for letting me know. Also, good morning. I'm glad you're here. We're making our way across the country, up, down. I'm right here in the center. So child's pose, if you're not already there, make your way there and just begin to settle in. There's a couple options with your knees. They can go out wide. They can go directly beneath your torso with your inner thighs a little bit closer together. I just want to provide options. There's kind of different things that I like to try out in my practice. And for me, I'm usually a little bit tight through the shoulder, so I love to come up to my fingertips. Maintain the energy of my hips sinking back towards my heels. And then just move my chest slightly. First, I want to go back, but then I begin to move down as I just release the weight through my torso and let it sink down. Maybe your forehead reaches the mat, but your forearms, you'll notice, maybe off the mat. And then you can just find a little bit of organic movement side to side. As you begin to notice your breath, consistent inhales, consistent exhales, nothing straining or forced, but just natural right now. Allowing you to have the opportunity to scan yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, understanding where you stand right now, having the opportunity to kind of build upon that throughout class, through intentionality, through breath, through movement, as we do each and every week. And for this class, this is the 4th week in a row we've been meeting on Saturday mornings. So we're gonna, if you've noticed, we'll kind of bring some elements back from the previous classes, but also add-ons. So you gain a little bit of familiarity, but you understand that you've been here before, but there's still room to not necessarily improve, but figure out and understand the posture, the transitions a little more. If you're here to exhale completely, take a deep breath in, open mouth, exhale. Full breath in, let it go. Deep breath in, and let it go. Seal your lips, invite Ujjayi breath. Inhale through your nose for 3, Keep it consistent. 2, 1. Then even exhale with sealed lips for 3, 2, 1. Continue with that inhale for 3, 2, 1. And then exhale for 3, 2, 1. Keep it nice and slow as you breathe. And it's a slight constriction through your throat. So it's not necessarily that you're breathing out your nose with Ujjayi breath. If you hold a feather in front of your nose as you exhale, the feather would hardly move. It's just a constriction through your throat, an audible sound, almost like the ocean. So if you can find that, so it's more in the back of your throat rather than the air passing through your nose. So I want you to work on that. It can take a long time for Ujjayi breath, but where you're at in child's pose, exhale completely. Inhale, tabletop. As you exhale, secure through your hips, press through your fingertips. Inhale, cow pose. Take just a few breaths as you tip your tailbone high. Send your gaze forward. And then press into your hands, slightly pull your chest forward. But you want to keep your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Inhale. Exhale, cat pose. Take a few breaths. Again, keep your hips right over your knees. Press through your hands, draw your chin to your chest, and really round through your back as you invite space between your shoulder blades. Exhale, we'll move breath to movement. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Here's a change. Inhale, tabletop. As you exhale, ground down to your left hand to your right knee. And inhale, spinal balance. And breathe. I want you to notice your core right here. If it's released and it's hanging, that's completely fine, but not for now. Draw it in and up. You want to have a strong core, navel in towards your spine and then up. From here, press through your left heel. Flex your left toes towards your shin, and then slightly draw your left pinky or left big toe towards the right. Just notice what that does to your left hip. Draw your right hand to shoulder height. And now face your right hand down towards your mat and then off to the right. Bend through your left knee. Remember this from last week. And watch my right hand, or just listen. Keep your right hand facing towards the right. And then grab the outside of your left foot. So right now, my right thumb is by my left pinky toe. And from here, it may feel nice to initially keep your shoulder open, but for the sake of today's practice, I want you to roll your shoulder forward. Now kick your back foot into your hand if it's okay on your knee, and just feel the back bend here. As you kick and apply pressure into your back hand, lift your left knee up. Stay strong through your core, even through your breath. Relax your jaw. Exhale. Take this slow. Inhale, spinal balance. Find an engaged back leg. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, spinal balance. Breathe. Left hand. Bring your left hand to shoulder height. Your right heel to hip height. As you activate your right quad, once you just notice the work through your right glute, as you draw your right heel just a little bit higher. Feel the work through your right glute. And then slowly begin to press through your right thumb, right index finger, and then find tiger's pose. Just like you did on the other side. Be intentional with the arm movement. If your chest is open up to the left, begin to apply pressure into your hand with your foot, and then square it forward. Feel the back bend here. Soften through your jaw. Then gain control of your right hand as you begin to notice the impact that your fingertips, when they come into play, that they have. Exhale. Nice and slow. Inhale, spinal balance. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Tuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. Draw your chin to your chest. Use your core. Lift your hips high. And then sink your heels back. and just breathe. There are many ways you can settle into this down dog. You can find organic movement. You can make this your own. Or you can just begin to settle in and breathe, inviting stillness through the body, trusting that this posture, this alignment, this breath, the energetics are working. Press your index fingers, your thumbs. Externally rotate your upper arms. Internally rotate your forearms. Draw your navel in and up. Press your hands down and forward. Elevate your hips a little higher. Exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Come up to your tiptoes. Then slowly walk forward. Keep your arms straight. And then find ragdoll. Bring your feet out wide. For me, it feels nice to set my heels slightly out further than my toes. My toes will come in. Relax your neck. Let your head hang heavy. Allow your torso to fold over your thighs, feeling the release of the lower back. I'm already sweating. I'm not sure if you are. And just soften through your jaw. Let your eyes just kind of roll back as you begin just to feel the different sensations. If you want to play around with this a little more, you can just begin to keep your hips exactly where they are. Walk your hands to the right. Right hand outside of your right foot. Maybe left hand gets slightly out as well. And walk your hands back to center. And then out to the left. Relax your neck. Just feel the opening through your right side body. And back to center. Exhale, bring your left hand down to center on a block or a water bottle. And inhale, ragdoll to twist to the right. Breathe. You'll notice my hand is down here on the mat. I lose length through my left side body. But if I elevate it, then I have length to my left side body. And I get it deep in the twist with a little more intention. Inhale, reach through your right arm. Exhale, right hand replaces left at center of your mat. Inhale, ragdoll to twist to the left. Breathe. You can open up to the left. Lengthen through your right side body. Stay firm through your hips and long through your left arm. It's the little things. Where's your left hand at? Bring it right over your left shoulder. You can gaze where comfortable or up. Full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Release, heel toe your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Take a few breaths. From my experience, this posture gets overlooked quite often. It's quite active as you press your hands into something. Stay strong to your core. Almost try to find a cow pose through your torso as you create a nice flat back. Never seen mine, but it looks real flat right there. So keep it strong. Draw your shoulder blades together. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Press through your feet right here. Set yourself up for success. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center, standing at attention, and breathe. Just begin to press through the four corners of your feet. Find activation through your quads, intentionality through your core as it comes into your mind, as you begin to set an intention for your practice. Many times I think I know what I need, but ultimately this practice, this life, begins to kind of show you and lead you in that direction. And so I ask that today you be willing not to know, that you flow and be willing not to know, and just let this practice, the postures, the movement, the breath, just kind of shine light on maybe what you can use. Remain open, full breath in, open mouth, exhale. Deep breath in, press to your feet. Open mouth, exhale, release your arms. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Maintain length to your torso. Breath in, halfway lift. Find it active. Exhale, high plank. And breathe. a firm believer, as long as you're safe, you can do the postures however you want that feels good to your body. But if you're in my class, you know that I'm going to make it a little bit more active. So if you can watch or just listen, I trust that you can listen and implement. Bring your toes underneath your heels. Press, so you'll notice if you're watching or just feeling your body, as you press your hands, your armpits hollow out. Your chest lifts away from your mat. The space in between your shoulder blades is not a crevice, but it actually domes up towards the ceiling. You want to take this further, press your hands down. Energetically draw them back. Feel your core, your transverse abdominal ignite. Keep a soft jaw, maybe add a smile. I hear it makes things fun. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower with control. Elbows in, nice and controlled, active legs. Inhale, low cobra. Breathe. Press the tops of your feet together. You can kind of find an external rotation as your heels draw out slightly. Feel your kneecaps lift away from the mat. The more that you press the tops of your feet into your mat, draw your elbows back, crown of your head forward. Inhale. Exhale, release, tuck your toes. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, firm core. Exhale, mini back bend, gaze up and back. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Take a full breath in, hollow to your armpits. Exhale, lower with control. Option for locust. Inhale, locust pose. Breathe. You can take airplane arms like me, or you can transition to a bind. Bring the heels of your palms to touch, and then straighten to your arms. If you want more, lift your hands away from your glutes. Elevate your chest and your knees away from the mat, inner ankle bones towards one another. Full breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Once more. Inhale, gaze forward. Keep your eyelids soft. Exhale, forward fold, top of your mat. Breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, firm core, press to your feet. Exhale, mini back bend, shine your heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Take it nice and slow, long spine. Breath in, halfway lift. Here's the change. Exhale, chaturanga. So you go from a high to a mid plank. Chest stays parallel. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward. Good morning, Mary. I'm glad you're here. Just begin to soften through your jaw, through your eyelids, and see if that can be a common theme throughout class. Elevate your hips and begin to sink your heels down towards your mat. Exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg high, even weight through both hands. Exhale, right knee, left elbow or tricep. Breathe, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Keep an active left leg as you exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. So think knee to nose, and then slowly set it down. Inhale your right arm forward. And breathe. Feel your torso get lighter off of your right thigh. Place trust in your right leg as you inhale. This transition was from last week. Exhale, right hand, left foot, and breathe. So you'll notice my chest is squaring to the right. My right knee ideally stays as stacked over my right ankle as possible, and my right hip low. Exhale. We'll try that one more time. Inhale, both limbs extend. Exhale, right hand, left foot. Large transition. Inhale, low lunge with the twist. Extend your left to your left heel. Feel your left knee elevate away from the mat. Chase your left rib cage toward your right inner thigh as you actively reach to your right arm. Spread your right fingertips wide. Exhale completely. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, crescent with a vertical twist to the right. Breathe. Sink into your lunge. Bring your right knee over your right ankle. Press to your left heel. And then just begin to bring the back of your right hand towards the left side of your mat. Notice the depth through the twist. But even beyond that, if you're reaching forward through your left arm, reach to your right arm so your shoulder's over your hips. Exhale, right arm will go down first. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Not an easy transition. We did it last week. We're practicing it again. Find stability through your right foot. Bring your left knee to hip height. And then spiral your pinky fingers towards one another. Full breath in. Set it down lightly. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Third week in a row. Don't move your hips. Inhale, chair with a vertical twist to the right. Breathe. As you press to your feet, feel your quads engage, your core engage, and allow your hips. It'll be worth it. It's hard to sink a little bit lower. Your knees to be even, especially your left knee comes back in line with your right. And then reach both arms at shoulder height. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. You can shoot or step back. Stay nice and controlled. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift left leg high. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, and breathe. Again, press to your hands, hollow to your armpits. Feel your chest, even your left leg move away from the mat as you exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, left hand, right foot, and breathe. I want you to open up to the left side of the room. Exhale, left hand, right foot. Inhale, low lunge with a twist. Breathe. You'll notice you can stay in the twist, but through that transition, I kept my chest squared out and just utilized the arm circle to continue to intentionally work into my shoulder. Open it up and get ready for the rest of the class. Press to your right heel, move your right knee away from your mat. For me, it helps to draw my left heel down energetically back as I shift my right hip forward to find success on this transition. Inhale. Exhale, crescent with a vertical twist. And breathe. Reach evenly through your left arm, just as you do through your right. Spread your fingers wide. Notice the engagement through your arms. And then commit to your left leg. If you want, try to send your right eyeball towards your left thumb. Exhale, left arm goes down. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Take a few breaths. Relax through your face. If Corbin was here, you know his toes are going to be really spread wide right now. Try to be like Corbin. Ricky was monkey toes. You could spread them wide. So spread your toes. We're talking about toes. What are we doing? Bring your right knee to hip height. And then reach through your arms. I'm exaggerating here. And pull your shoulders down. Full breath in. You can always extend. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Left arm forward. Inhale, chair with a vertical twist to the left. Breathe. Sink your hips back. I got to get out of this. I swear I've been riding my bike and running. It doesn't look like it. Continue to actively reach through both hands. Firm through your core, soft through your jaw. And begin to turn the outer edges of your lips up. That means smile. As you inhale, exhale, forward fold. Breath in, halfway lift. If you're prepped, you can shoot back. Exhale, chaturanga. Try to land 90 degrees through your arms. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in and let it go. Flow and be willing not to know. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, right hand, left foot. No movement through your right leg. Inhale, low lunge with a twist. Exhale, crescent with a vertical twist. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, chair with a twist to the right. No movement through your hips. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Shooter step back, remain controlled, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog, lengthen your lower back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, left hand forward. Exhale, left hand, right foot, twist to the left. Inhale, low lunge with a twist. Exhale, crescent vertical twist. Inhale, one-legged mountain, so many twists. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Secure through your hips. Inhale, vertical twist to the left. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. You can always skip these and hold high plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, right arm forward. You got lucky there. I missed the knee to elbow. Exhale, right hand, left foot. Inhale, low lunge with a twist. Exhale, crescent vertical twist. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, chair, airplane arms. Inhale to the right. Exhale, forward fold. Here's the change. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crow or high plank. If you choose crow pose, press your index fingers, your thumbs. Find chaturanga arms, elbows over wrists. Draw one heel towards your glute, the other one. Keep your gaze forward to shoot back. It's like you're pressing your hands down and then forward as you lift your hips. Full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, shooter step back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, left hand, right foot, open up. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, rise. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Keep your hips low. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, crow or high plank, your choice. Full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Find control as you lower 90 degrees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. Deep breath in. And let it go. Full breath in. And out. This one's for you. Deep breath in. Slow it down just a little bit. Exhale. Inhale, extend your right arm forward. We add on just a little bit. Exhale, right hand, left foot, and breathe. Just like you did in tiger's pose. Grab the outer edge, the pinky toe side of your left foot. That means your palm is going to be on the bottom of your foot. Begin to press through your right big toe mound with your right foot. As you exhale, kick into your back hand. Inhale, reverse dancer. And breathe. Try to elevate your left knee towards hip height as you continue to kick in to your back hand. Keep your left hip squared down. Your core strong. Jaw soft. And breath even. Exhale. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Oh boy. Exhale, standing figure 4. And breathe. I just hit that little plane and knocked me off balance. I'll tell you what. Flex your left toes towards your shin. Draw your left knee energetically down. You sink your hips back. If you're like me, oh my gosh, sensation just shifted. Be mindful. Ooh, I was rounding. But draw your shoulder blades together. Keep length through your torso. Press your hands together. Exhale. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Here's the change. Inhale, hands start center. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Breathe. I want you to continue to sink your hips back. This is the point that you may notice your left knee is sticking out in front of your right. That means shift your right hip towards the right side of your mat. Feel your left knee come back in line with your right knee. Try to get your hips lower than your heart. And then begin to shift so your toes face the left side of your mat. Come into almost like a toe stand. And then place your right hand, or both hands towards the front of your mat. We're gonna practice side crow here. So you'll notice my left elbow is on the outside of my right leg, right by my knee. You can just use one, or you can use both arms. That means you're gonna have to move your hips up, and your right hip will be on your right elbow. I prefer one arm. Gaze forward. Get your right leg as high on your left arm as you can. Gaze forward. Now begin to lift your right foot. Use your left big toe, and then slowly begin to lift. Now I'm gonna ask you to try a transition to chaturanga. Trust yourself that your body will do, in my experience at least, everything possible for your face not to hit the ground. Full breath in, exhale chaturanga. Shoot and twist. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. I'm sure there's some laughs because that's a crazy hard transition. You probably feel that's cool. We got one more side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, left hand, right foot, breathe. Again, you can see here, I'm grabbing the outer side of my right foot. Sink your hips back, inner thighs together, exhale. Inhale, reverse dancer. And breathe. Set your gaze on something that's not moving. Begin to distance your gaze past that object, almost looking through it, but you practice a wide peripheral gaze. Being able to see all of the objects around you while continuing to focus on almost nothing but one spot. Exhale. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, hands start center. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. And breathe. You can see here my knees are even. It's hard, but it's worth it. Allow your hips to sink lower than your heart. Create a straight line with your forearms. And on each inhale, rooted with your hips moving towards the ground, lengthen through the crown of your head. And then exhale, twist. Begin to come up to your tiptoes. Sink your hips towards your heels. Move your knees and your feet to the right. Place your hands, shoulders distance apart. It's just like a chaturanga. It's just like a crow, but it's twisted. So again, shift forward. Choose if you want to use one or both arms. You're definitely using your right arm. So just understand that. Shift forward, bend through your arms, gaze forward. See, I can't really do it on this side, and that's completely cool, but gaze forward. And then take a full breath in. With your ready, trust yourself, build from last time. Exhale, chaturanga, shoot and twist back. Land with your chest parallel. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Oh my gosh. We did it. Full breath in and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more just like that. Breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. And breathe. Try to evenly distribute the weight through both feet. If you need or like, sometimes there's the opportunity to get a little more distance between your feet. Commit to your lunge. And as you press to your left foot, begin to externally rotate your left leg, your left inner thigh, so your kneecap points up. Send your gaze where comfortable. Full breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Find length here. And you'll notice like, oh, I can touch the ground, that's nice, but my right side body is collapsed. I really want to find length here as I shoot my right hip crease back, left hip down, right armpit away from my right hip crease. Exhale. Inhale, float your right arm high. And breathe. If you're like me, you start to face down to the ground. Open up to the side. Shoulders away from your ears. Full breath in. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. And breathe. If it feels nice, you can bring your heels out, big toes in. Soften through your neck, let your head hang heavy. And then slowly, if you'd like, you can shift your weight towards your toes, allowing your hips to move higher. The crown of your head to move a little bit closer to the mat if it's not already there. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Long spine. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, reach forward. Watch my right hip move back. And then down, triangle pose. And breathe. Continue to press through your left foot. Roll your left shoulder back so you keep your chest square to the left side. Gaze where comfortable. You can stay just as you are, or gaze in front of your right foot as you exhale. Inhale, balancing half moon. And breathe. We've been working on this posture for the past couple weeks. Stay firm to your core. You can use a block underneath your right hand. Flex your left toes towards your shin, draw your outer left ankle bone up towards the ceiling. Stack your left shoulder over your right. Exhale, large movement. Inhale, reverse warrior. Find length to your right side body. Exhale, chaturanga option to get a little fancy, to play around here as you make your way to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. And breathe. Commit to your lunge once more. Spread your fingers wide. Begin to notice your biceps, your shoulders. You feel the sensation change as you spread your fingers wide. So you actively reach through both arms, but then pull your arms into your shoulders as you draw your shoulder blades together. Ooh, my arms are feeling a lot heavier than they were. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe. So here, just imagine your left knee maintaining towards the left side of your mat, but then you tuck your left hip under, you open your right hip back. Keep length through your left side body. Activation through your core. Exhale. Press to your right foot. Inhale, float your bottom arm. And breathe. Roll your right shoulder back. Square your chest to the right side. Full breath in. Pivot through your left big toe mound. Your left heel. Exhale. Wide-legged forward fold. And breathe. Option here for tripod headstand. You can go into it, or I'll break it down for you. What I love to do here, feel free to be in wide-legged forward fold. Do whatever you want, but I'm gonna break it down. the crease of your wrist where a hair tie would go. I want safety first. Take the crease of your wrist, place it along your eyebrows. Bien, you taught me this one. As it stays there, bring your hand on the top of your head. Where your middle finger lies, that's the crown of your head. Not up here, that's unicorning it. We want to protect your neck. So from here, you can come, if this is your first time, come from your knees. Keep your hips over your knees, crown of your head down. Place your thumbs and your wrists right by your knees. You'll notice my elbows are over my wrists, 90 degrees to my arms. Tuck my toes, lift my knees. One knee on, elbows stay in, other knee on. This is headstand. Look at my arms, they're 90 degrees. So what we know, I don't know much math, but we want an equilateral triangle. What we don't want is our arms right here. You can see how that's not consistent, but if my arms are right here, then I've got a nice stable base. That's where it comes by bringing in your hands right by your knees. Come back to wide-legged forward fold if you're elevated. Exhale. Just one movement. Inhale, star pose, length and activation through your core. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, reach forward, left hip back. Triangle posture. And breathe. Press your left big toe mountains in the four corners of your right foot. As you press your left foot down, press it forward. Feel your hips move back. And then extend the crown of your head forward towards the front of your mat. You can remain here. Exhale, gaze down. Keep an active right leg. Inhale, balancing half moon. And breathe. Try to lengthen through your left side body. Keep an active right leg. And a soft jaw. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Try to control it. Exhale, chaturanga. Make it yours. You can throw your legs up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull your chest forward. Exhale, down dog. 3 breaths. 1 breath in. Extend your hips high. Exhale, let it out. Let your eyes roll back. Full breath in. Eyes roll back. Eyelids slightly open. Exhale. Deep breath in. And let it go. Release your knees down to your mat. If you're practicing with someone, give them a high five. If you're not, I'm here with spirit. Booyah. We did it. I'm sweating. That feels nice. I hope you're sweating as well. But I've realized I hadn't really broke down peak postures or transitions, which I absolutely love. So I'm going to start to do that a little bit. We'll see if I hold my end of the deal. But today we're going to do a subjectively awesome transition that is quite challenging, but it's not necessarily that today I want you to be like, oh my gosh, it's a pass or fail. But I want to just open your mind, if you don't even know it already, to the possibilities of moving from one posture to the next. So the two, in my mind, one of the two biggest postures that we've worked on today, peak posture related, are side crow and headstand. And how do those mesh together? Just hold, just hold, just hold. All right, so we're gonna work from headstand to side crow. Say what? I know. Amy Morrison, she's here at Power Life. Open my eyes to this transition. I've never looked back. I've never been the same. I'm a changed man. So again, you're gonna come from your knees. Safety is first. Hips over your knees. Crown of your head, we found it. Bring it down. Again, look here. My hands are not up here. I guarantee most of you are either unicorning it like this. That's not good for your neck. Or your arms are up here. Bring them by your knees. 90 degrees. If you've got someone next to you, ask them, are my arms 90 degrees? From here, press up. You can come here. Draw your inner thighs together. And I'm just doing it quickly, but extend your legs up. You don't have to find the extension. From here, inner thighs together, knees in. We've done a lot of twists and control. Begin to twist your knees to the left. Oh boy. Slowly set it down. Inhale. And exhale, gaze up, and boom. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that easy. What I want you to know is the energetics. So say we're in headstand, and then your knee comes down onto your elbow, but it's like, how do I get to side crow? It's this energetics. It's pressing down and then up. So it's like, whew, whew. So let me show you one more time. That sensation is right now. Inhale, I press down through my mat and forward as I gaze up. So I'm pressing down and forward. You can play or hit pause, play around with that for a little bit. Don't do it as a party trick. It will end well. So feel free to continue to play with that, but I'm going to lead us on with class. I appreciate you giving that an effort or just sitting there watching me and laugh. That's cool too. Downward facing dog. As you arrive, just kind of settle in as we begin to wind down, not only physically, but mentally. Begin to find a little more control as we use our breath to slow down our heart rate, to just get really in tune to the sensations, the emotions, the thoughts that are starting to come up. And if it's like, what do I have to do the rest of the day? I guarantee that's probably not the best thing to focus on right now. So you just begin to tap into, where's my breath? Is it in a 3 count on an inhale, but only a 2 count on the exhale? How can I even that? Understanding that little bit of thought, of intention, of control leads to control in all other aspects through the physical, the mental, but just noticing it, continuing to build upon it. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. For me, I always like to just walk my left leg down. Ooh, that feels through the outer right hip and back just a little bit. From here, walk your hands towards your shins and then just gaze over your right shoulder. Feel your left hip square. Keep your hips squared and then walk forward. For me, I love a block. Maybe you have a towel underneath my right hip. And then just to rest my forehead on my forearms or a block depending on the day. I've yet to reach the mat. But I do ask that instead of your elbows underneath your shoulders, like try to move them out and just give yourself some space to breathe and sink into this posture. And being at home, you have the opportunity, if you need this longer, just hit pause. You can stay here, but when they get a well-rounded cool down, bring your hands back beneath your shoulders, tuck your left toes, and still maintaining control, lift your right leg up, send it back. You can bend and open up through your hip. You can even begin to flip your dog, just press your hips up in the back as you reach forward or backwards. It's hard to tell, I'm upside down. And then down dog. Inhale, draw your left leg high. And again, maintaining control, left knee, left wrist, set it down. Again, I prefer to use my toes to kind of walk my right leg back. Lengthen through your torso. It feels nice on the left hip to gaze over your left shoulder, to twist, but also to square your right hip forward. And then walk it forward. Again, settle in just as you did on the other side, but taking it further. And it's not physical, but we know that there's an opportunity for mental to change the way that you experience this posture through thought and intention. So just begin to take it to that place wherever it is for you. We have the opportunity to really kind of just escape from all that's going on in this moment through intentionality, not worrying of what was or what's to come, but just focusing simply on what is now. And I understand that it's easier said than done, but that is so much of this practice, of the introspection, the self-discovery, seeking the present moment, not placing all your ideal in it, but simply just working towards finding it, finding that sweet spot of intentionality, of calmness, of equanimity, not good, not bad, it just is. We have yet to find out, because good and bad are so temperamental. They begin to change as we deepen the experience and our understanding of what is, of what was. And if you'd stayed longer on this side, even it out, but begin to bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your right toes underneath you. Press up, up, up. Lift your left leg high. Even it out, whatever you did on the other side. I actually never flip my dog in my practice, but this kind of feels nice. Begin to elevate your hips so your glutes move away from the mat. Gaze up, let your head fall back. Head forward on the other side, now back. I think it's back. And down dog. Begin to bring your chin to your chest, come up to your tiptoes, roll forward. You'll see it's like a wave-like motion. Head's the last thing to lift. Set your knees down. And slide your legs out in front of you. Bring your glutes from underneath you. You'll notice I'm coming from the back, not the side. Draw them out directly behind you. Inhale your arms high, flex your toes back. And then exhale, I want you to take this slow and disciplined. Gaze forward, 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 forward. The minute you start to round, hold back just a little bit, and then release. You'll notice my hands just come to my quads. Wait, those are calves. To my calves. Bring your hips back, chest forward. Lengthen to the back of your neck. We're keeping it active. And now move to a passive state. Chin to chest, round. For me, I like to kind of thread my arms underneath my knees and just allow my head to get heavier as I just soften through my neck, kind of shaking it no. And just notice the space that's created between your shoulder blades. Slowly roll up. Ensure that you have enough room behind you. Scoot your hips forward. Make your way all the way onto your back. And then inhale your right knee to your chest. Press through your left leg, keep it long. As you inhale, continue to press your left leg, pull your right knee outside of your right rib cage. And then exhale, supine twist. And breathe. Ensure that your right hip is firm on your shoulder. Or your right hip is stacked over your left hip, but your right shoulder is secured on your mat. There it is. So let your gaze follow to the right. Soften the bend through your right elbow. Just feel your right shoulder relax into your mat a little more. And then what's going on with your jaw right now? Is there an opportunity to soften it? Can your right cheek get heavier and almost just sink down to your mat as you release through your jaw? Soften the space in between your eyebrows. What about your left shoulder? Can you soften that a little bit? And slowly bring your right knee into your chest. Give it a nice squeeze, whatever's comfortable for you. Then exchange it with your left as you send your right leg long. Inhale your left knee to your chest. Press to your right leg as you draw your left knee outside of your left rib cage. And exhale. For me, that's nice to scoot my hips a little bit to the left before I twist, ensuring I find that nice even stack of my left hip over my right hip. You probably can't see it right now, but I've got a good 6 inches of my left knee away from the ground. So that's fine, because what I want to ensure, oh gosh, it's about a foot now, is that my left shoulder is secured on the mat. And again, just soften through your eyes, your jaw, left elbow, your right shoulder, your cheeks. And if it's left, come back to that space of intentionality. Not focusing on what was or what will be, but just simply trying to focus on the now and what you can control. And it may not be so much thoughts, but it's how you direct your thoughts and noticing your breath, noticing sensations, being mindful about how you label them, but just sitting with them, feeling with them. And if it's something that you enjoy, you have a good idea of how to get there. Exhale. Inhale. Bring your left knee back to your chest. Give it a nice squeeze. As you draw your right knee to meet it, find happy baby. So again, a lot of times, I can't do it, but notice if you're like me and I'm doing happy baby like this, my shoulders are lifted off the ground. It may mean that you need to find your calves or even your hamstrings here. Just begin to ensure that your tailbone, your hips, your shoulder is just firm on the mat. Long spine. And then slowly release your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins, draw your forehead to your knees. Maybe your tailbone lifts off the mat, your shoulders as well. As you take a full breath in, squeeze in tight, draw your toes towards one another, and then exhale, release for shavasana. Begin to soften through your jaw, through your eyes. I love to draw one shoulder and then the other one underneath to broaden through my chest and elevate it. And this shavasana is so much relevant to these times. It's the practice of stillness, which if you're like me, you've had a lot of, being at home. And the stillness also isn't just physical. It's understanding that without this movement, we just sit here with our thoughts. And it's this practice of getting out of our head and just into our body, into our heart. So if you could just begin to soften through your jaw, through your tongue, feel your cheeks become heavier. Your eyelids, just kind of soften them as you soften the space in between your eyebrows. Notice your jaw just kind of sink back towards the ground. Your fingers are soft and light, and then you move out of your body just a little bit as you begin to let your breath flow naturally. I'll bring you back in just a few moments. slowly. You can stay here as long as you want. But if you're ready to move on with your day, begin to graze your thumbs across your fingertips. Ready, inhale your arms over your head for a full body stretch, the biggest one of today. It feels so great. And using your core, draw your knees into your chest. Roll over to your right side for supported fetal position. Just begin to take this time to once again consider the different sensations you experience physically, mentally, emotionally. Maybe how they compare to when you started this practice and understanding what it was that you did to find this control, to enter into this space, these sensations. And if it's one that you enjoy, you have a better idea of how to replicate that. Press through your left hand, elevate up towards the seated position. Press your tailbone down into your mat. Lengthen through your torso. Bring your hands to our center. This practice of yoga is the practice of so much, but one that I especially hold true in my practice right now is the practice of equanimity, the psychological state of composure, and evenness of mind, especially in difficult situations. It brings in a little bit of the thought of stoicism. There's no good, there's no bad, there just is. And if we can take that into consideration, something that we label bad in the moment, months, weeks, years, eventually can turn to something that was actually the best thing that could have happened to us. So as you leave your mat today, I want you to continue to shine light on equanimity and see where you can practice that off of your mat. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day for yourself. It means so much to me, but even more to those that you interact with on each and every day. Consider yourself. Draw your thumbs to third eye center. Truly, as always, would not have been the same without you. Namaste. Oh, I appreciate you guys a lot. Again, my name is Stefan. Appreciate you coming to a Power 2 with Power Life. I'll be here every Saturday, 8:30 in the morning. A lot of you guys, there's about 3 of you guys that were sent a nice little message on Instagram, and it's so awesome to connect with you guys. So feel free. It's Stefan Levi on Instagram. I would love to connect with you. I've met people from Des Moines, Florida, hopefully Minnesota, and it was nice to have you in practice. But since we're not here in the same physical space, it's always nice to know, who we're practicing with and, continuing to support one another. So I appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your day here to practice. Enjoy the day. Do something fun, although you already have. But if you have any questions, again, shoot me something here on the live chat. I'll stay on for just a little bit. Cindy, I almost fell off 4 times, but it's something about, I guess, doing it in a camera. It's like, oh, I've got to stay strong. But the transitions are challenging, but you nailed it. Fun. So again, you can connect here, connect with me on social media. You got my number. Call me. Appreciate you guys. And I think that is all. Until next week.